July ever since I moved here. So since I moved here, I make it a tradition to come here on the 3rd so you can see the fireworks. So that's what the locals do. We come here on July the 3rd to check out the fireworks. It is literally like rave packed down here in the mosh pit, of course. Got the American flag projected on the castle, and they've got a DJ up there. Usually every year they have a DJ. Let me get up a little bit closer so you guys can see who he is. He's pretty good. Usually the really good DJs they have here at the Magic Kingdom, they usually book them for like the 4th of July, Christmas, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Any rain over in Orlando? Well, it actually just went by. It didn't peak. So I literally had to wait at home for an hour because we got like, I think 3 rain bands that came through. So I had to wait until they left. So there's still a little bit of rain. Not enough to cancel the fireworks though. So I'm here to bring you guys the fireworks. Let's see. Hey Tom, how you doing? I see you in the chat. Good to see ya. I did not get a chance to drop this on Twitter or X. So if you are on X, please let folks know. I'm here at the Magic Kingdom. We're gonna watch the fireworks, and then I think, no, I don't think, I know. We're gonna head on over to the Hall of Presidents, which they reopened, and I hear Trump looks like Trump and not Hillary Clinton. So we're gonna go over and check that out. Hop on over to the Haunted Mansion. The park is open until 11 p.m. So you know what that means. We're gonna hang out in the park until they kick us out. Akido says, somebody get on the Disney PA system and announce to the crowd Lorena is here. I like saying incognito. Just hang out and around. So one safety tip I do want to give folks, if you have small children, please put some little blinky necklaces or bracelets on them. Helps if they're lit up. Hey Dylan, say stream bouncing between here and the Hate Watch stream and Just Like That, LOL. I stopped watching and Just Like That after like the first episode. It's no longer Sex in the City. I was like, I don't know what this is, and I refuse to watch this garbage. I'm so glad Kim Cattrall never came back, right? She's smart. Because it's so not worth it. Hey Chef Nation, how you doing? Good seeing ya. Good seeing ya. It has been a long streaming day for you, girl. Let's see, 3 hours streaming this afternoon, and now I'm down here hanging out with you guys. because I'm in the mosh pit. Don't be surprised if the connection gets a little long. There we go. Hey Linda, how you doing? Hello from the chat and the happy and safe 4th. Why honestly, the DJs that Disney gets, they are really good. Especially when they start doing their reggaeton, rap, old school, dancehall reggae mixes. I think that's one particular DJ. The DJ that's here on the 4th is usually a bit better. They're all good, but I prefer the one that's here on the 4th. He's like really good. I can get over here on the 4th, but not doing it. Brandon's next. Go ahead and mention your hello. Hi, Reina. Good seeing ya. Yeah, you can stop breathing with this one on. Don't worry. It's still raining. I'm glad I can put it down. Brandon has been a member for 5 months. Hi, Lorena. Happy July. Lorena, happy July. Well, thank you. And thank you for being a member for 5 months. I appreciate that, my dear. North Pizza says, thundering here, hope energy holds. Well, I'll be praying for you, my dear. Energy held for me, so hopefully they'll hold for you. Fireworks start at 9:20. And there's actually 360-degree fireworks. Although we're almost up front this way. Hey, Braylon. Wow, this was back when Miley Cyrus was she was still Anna Montana. Yes, I used to watch Anna Montana with Camera Girl. Lit up in red, white, blue. Yeah. Ron, how you doing? Elena in chat. Good seeing you, my dear. Hope you and Virginia and Sandra are doing well. I'm doing a little time check. 9:07. Okay.
I want to take a picture with you. I want to take a picture with you. No, she won't move this seat.
You guys see the partner again?
Huh?
It's more like you need to get them to leave and go
Guess that, honey.
Oh, I guess he had to switch the turn.
No, guess that. They just stuck the
Okay,
music.
guess we gotta shut down the fireworks. We'll probably be back after the fireworks are over, so when the fireworks are over, I'll go walk over towards the castle.
Yeah, I did see someone
On the outside now, since there's gonna be crazy people
Oh, those are small. Those are the
It is packed.
now I can take a picture without that.
Ron, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, my dear. Get well soon. It's not fun being sick. That was me a couple days ago. Metzger, how you doing? It feels like it's about 80. The rain kind of brought the temperature down a little bit,
What are you gonna do?
but it is quite 20 minutes.
No, we don't. It's 9:09. We're gonna have 10 minutes. Not 20 minutes. You said 20 minutes.
Jessica said 20 minutes. No. That's where the statue of Walt and Mickey are. That's usually, if you're streaming fireworks,
That is a good
you
picture.
usually don't want to go farther than that because that's when Disney really starts messing with your signal. No joke.
Happy 4th of July, everyone! In just 10 minutes,
10 minutes,
Kingdom will proudly present
Oh,
Disney's Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky. This very special presentation can be viewed throughout the Magic Kingdom.
Ready to go?
Once again, Disney's Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky will begin in just 10 minutes.
Not. They have to push it
Hold it on your shoulders so nobody goes through it. And you don't think I don't have people standing next to me?
at my fan. July, I will be watching the fireworks at SeaWorld for the first time. So we're going to be seeing the drone show. They have the Ignite drone show, and then after that, I am going to be watching the fireworks. And yes, I will be live streaming those fireworks tomorrow from SeaWorld. I'm so excited. SeaWorld's SeaWorld's fireworks are like what Disney's fireworks used to be on the radio. It's insane. And I don't know what fireworks Epic is going to be having, but they're probably going to be nuts. But almost 30 of you watching here, so welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are on the replay, thanks for watching on the replay. And if you are a member of my worldwide audience, it is July 3rd, the day before Independence Day, or what we colloquially call here in the States, the 4th of July. 4th of July marking our decided
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
Independent
In just
from the British
5
Crown.
minutes, the Magic Kingdom will proudly present Disney's Celebrate America, a 4th of July concert in the sky. In order for you to fully experience tonight's presentation, the lighting
very,
around
like,
the Magic
diamonds in the
Kingdom
sky.
will be reduced. For your
Absolutely.
own safety and for the safety of others, we ask that you remain in the same location until the lighting returns to normal.
Thank you for that
Once
999
again,
super chat,
Disney's
my
Celebrate
dear.
America,
This Hey the
4th
Reina,
of July
happy
concert
4th
in
of
the
July.
sky will
What?
begin in
Let's
just
see.
5
The
minutes.
original and only No King's Day. That's right. That's right. I see that American flag. So thank you for that $9.99 super chat. You guys supporting my channel helps me do stuff like this. Come to the park, give you guys tips and all that. Another thing about the Declaration of Independence. So three of my distant cousins signed the Declaration of Independence. That would be Robert Treat Payne, who actually represented the Crown. Represented the Patriot soldiers. Do you remember that first skirmish in Boston, the Boston Massacre? Yeah, Robert Treat Payne, one of my distant cousins, defended the Patriots, and my other cousin, John Adams, defended the British soldiers. My other distant cousin, Sam Adams, who also signed the Declaration of Independence, was none too happy with his cousin John Adams for doing it. Little history of why I take the erasure of American history extremely personal. Xander and Logan, hello, hello, hello. Since you are definitely one of my favorite YouTubers ever. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. And thanks for being here. Let's see. Ron says, Lorena, have you been to Hall of Presidents yet? Nope, going to Hall of Presidents right after this. I'm gonna go to Hall of Presidents. I'm gonna go to the Haunted Mansion. I'm gonna make a little loop like that. And I think I'm gonna stop by Sleepy Hollow for some usually I get funnel cake from Sleepy Hollow, but it's so hot. I just need fluids. Okay, I'm gonna take this down. I'm gonna go sneeze. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see. John East is behind everyone. Hello. And let's see. Phil says, Nicole, I can relate to the American brains for the next few years. Let's see. I know the 20th is when they're supposed to have their new nighttime parade, the one that they copied from Tokyo Disneyland. That's when that's supposed to happen. So we'll see how good it is. I can't wait for the 250th. But here's what I'm curious about. I wonder now, last year when they did the fireworks it was basically, yeah, we're America, and we kind of want to apologize for that. Hopefully they change that.
America, a land where eagles soar. Since history began, its people have celebrated the magnificence of this land. Tonight, we celebrate America, a land of many people, a country that continues to grow, a nation of courage and independence. America the Beautiful. In honor of the 4th of July, we invite you to come together as we commemorate the enduring spirit of this great nation. With joy, we celebrate the United States of America, a vast mosaic of individuality and inspiration, a vibrant palette of cultures and colors, a country whose pioneering spirit continues to live on in the hearts and minds of people who cherish freedom in this land and around the globe. To share all that this great and beautiful nation has to offer. In the words and melodies of beloved American folk. Just as the 50 stars and 13 stripes are so grandly united, that unites us all. Let us join together, shine throughout America.
If there's a track and field event, that event is only between 3 states and 3 cities. Philadelphia, New York, and yeah, I'll say Camden. For the most part anyway. So yeah, tons of people in here. So yeah, well, it's locals as well, and some folks coming in from out of town, but I have not seen it. And on that note, I think we're going to start walking around. Madagascar made this song freaking famous. Hey Tom, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I'm usually here on the 3rd. Traffic here. No, it's not Burning Man, but it is raining. All right. What about Chirac? No, they don't count. From a historical basis, they don't. There are a ton of running clubs that have been around for a long time, and Philadelphia and New York have the oldest ones. Philadelphia I'm partial to because they do. It's all the best runners from all over the world come there, but that contest is really between 3 countries: the United States, Canada, and Jamaica. And a circle. We're going the opposite way of where people are going. So I'm glad you guys liked it. Like I said, I like to show the fireworks, and let's face it, even with all the stuff that Disney is doing wrong, it's very obvious they're trying to course correct this year. The fireworks were much brighter and they were longer than last year. I guess I'll call that the epic universe effect, but it's almost right along with I wonder if this guy DJs at the ice bar. Gotta keep your folks together. I'm trying to stay up here on her. What time does the park close tonight? The park closes at 11. That's why I'm here so late. The 4th, just like any other holiday, is a busy time for park streamers. So we're all out here on the 4th. But yep, park closes at 11, which means transportation shuts down at 12:30. So keep that in mind. don't miss the last tram and you gotta walk all the way to your car. I'm trying not to dance. Bringing back club memories, okay? I'm not gonna say which ones. I did my hardest clubbing when I was out of the country. For real. Oh yeah! London, Frankfurt.
I want to see all those dance moves. I need your help with this next song, actually. Let me get your help with this next one.
I'm gonna get clean, but that's okay. What's known as a walk-by. Oh, he slowed it down. Good night, kiss my grits. Enjoy by you. Creole like me. Trying to talk over this so I do not get claimed. Everybody bring it down. I miss Eddie Mercury. For real. See, here I am. Partying. Alright. We're gonna roll on out.
We're coming.
It's not my level of BPM.
There's no better place to be than right here, right now, at the Captain Stage party all night long.
We need some harder house. All right. All the people.
Put your hands up!
I keep expecting for that really hard EDM music so I can recreate that scene, that club scene from Blvd. I know I'm switching. Tama, hello. Hope you're doing well. Happy 4th. We're heading on over to the Hall of Presidents. They've got the trees lit up in red, white, and blue. They do that for a lot of the celebrations. Halloween, it looks so awesome. Oh my God. If it wasn't so expensive, I'd go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, but I want to check out the houses, the house tour for Halloween Horror Nights. I want to go on the backstage tour, so that's where my money's going. The backstage tour, Halloween Horror Nights tickets, and Howl-O-Scream tickets at SeaWorld. I want to try that this year. That Sleepy Hollow refreshments, remember? Back, my family would, my family would actually come over here, get some coffee, funnel cake, grab a seat over there and watch the fireworks or just chill in front of the castle. Best funnel cakes though, absolutely. All right, let's go on over here. Hopefully Disney didn't punk out and shut this down early. It looks open, so here we go. They go in here in the Hall of Presidents. It quietly opened back up. And from what I understand, Trump actually looks like Trump and not Hillary Clinton. Nicole Williams says, how much is Mickey's Not So Scared Halloween party? Well, for adults, it can range between $140 to $200 a night. Halloween, it's usually around $200 and some odd dollars that night to go. It's expensive, but there isn't another experience that's like that. It's more family friendly. So while it costs money, at least you get a crap ton of candy. So I've done it a couple years in a row. I may go the first night because that is vlogger night. Ron knows what the term vlogger night means. It's vlogger night. But each year, Camera Girl and I would go. We always had a blast. It was just expensive. Oh. Yeah. And they can command that price because, like at Halloween Horror Nights, you can't wear costumes. Unless you go to that preview night, that's $350. That includes all the food. And the lines are really, really short. Like, it's hardly that many people there, but they do that on purpose. Sorry. They do it on purpose to keep the crowds low for the houses. So you could literally do the houses on that special preview night. You could do all the houses several times. That's like how low the crowds are for that, because it's expensive. Hey, Commander Ed Stracker, did you call her Hildebeest? So for some of my, because I do have a worldwide audience that watches this channel. So the reason this is so funny is because for the 2016 election, they didn't know if Hillary thought, I guess Disney thought Hillary was going to win, but she didn't. So that's why the animatronic looked like a cross between Trump and Hillary. So it looks like they fixed it.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us for this reverent celebration of America's leaders, past and present. Now, the Walt Disney World Resort is proud to present the Hall of Presidents.
This program is dedicated to the memory of Walt Disney. In 1971, his love for America inspired the creation of the Hall of Presidents, a place to celebrate the optimism and goodwill he saw at the heart of the American story. Walt's vision was to honor the nation by honoring the American presidency.
It is 1783, and the smoke is clearing in the wake of the Revolutionary War. Over the course of 8 grinding years, General George Washington has led a force of shopkeepers, farmers, and Native American allies to victory over the greatest military power in the world. A new nation has been born, independent and free. The founders must form a national government. In 1787, through months of passionate debate, they create a written constitution. For the country's highest office, they imagine something new in the history of the world. A leader not born to power like a king or queen. A leader who has not seized power through conquest. A leader not separate from the people, but elected by the people. From among the people. We, the people. This is a new idea, an American idea, the idea of a president. The people don't know exactly what a president will be, but there is little doubt who it will be. George Washington's stature and bearing have marked him as a leader. His integrity has made him a great one. Washington knows that many generals who have led successful revolutions make themselves dictators or kings. Instead, he steps down from power and retires to his home, Mount Vernon. The world takes note, and George Washington becomes the symbol of American ideals. In the first presidential election, it's Washington by a landslide. The only doubt seems to be his own. He writes, "Integrity and firmness is all I can promise. Integrity and firmness is exactly what we need." Everything he does as president will set a model for his successors. His final act may be the most important of all. After 2 terms, with no term limit in the Constitution and amid overwhelming support to stay in office, he steps down once again and hands power back to the people. He wants us to speak, to elect a new president. During the early years of the Republic, we choose leaders as different as Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Andrew Jackson. Elections are often bitter. Each president stands at that fiery intersection where personal character meets the challenges of the times. Some call the presidency a glorious burden. Jefferson calls it a splendid misery. We, the people, must choose well. We elect 15 presidents before the course of history brings us to the edge of a crisis like no other. A nation born of freedom still permits slavery. As the country pushes west, will new states be slave or free? The question produces bitter conflict. The issue rocks the election of 1860 and brings Abraham Lincoln onto the national stage. The tall, lanky, some say uncouth candidate from Illinois is a master of words at a time when speeches are printed in full for people to read. A house divided against itself cannot stand, he has said. With Lincoln's election, the House does indeed divide. Civil War. 11 states secede from the Union. The war becomes a defining passage in the American story. The president's own inner strength and depth of character changed the course of history. Lincoln had come up the hard way on the American frontier, desperately poor, with less than a year of formal schooling. His early years were scarred by tragedy, the death of his mother, his sister, his first love. He struggles with depression, but never loses his determination to rise above it. He once said he's driven by a desire to leave the world a little better place for having lived in it. The war rages. Lincoln fights to preserve the Union and end slavery. Neither is a sure thing. At Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, 6 months after one of the bloodiest battles of the war, the president dedicates a cemetery to the thousands of soldiers who died there, in words we can never forget.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives, that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
The blood of over 500,000 Americans is spilled in this Civil War. President Lincoln's enduring hope is to give true meaning to the sacrifices of so many, to lead us to that new birth of freedom. With the end of the war and the end of slavery, a new birth truly begins. As we roll toward the 20th century, settlers roll west on wagon wheels and railroads connect the nation coast to coast. Millions of immigrants pour in from Europe and Asia. Population doubles. Our economy triples. Our standing among nations rises. We need presidents who can lead both at home and abroad. At the same time, a young Theodore Roosevelt is retreating from New York politics and personal tragedy. The death of his wife and his mother on the same day in the same house. In the Badlands of North Dakota, he rethinks his life and the life of his country. He returns stronger in body and spirit. His renewed energy is just what his country needs. American industry is booming, but social tensions are rising. A progressive movement is bubbling up, pushing for change, and change is needed in the working and living conditions in cities. The gap widens between rich and poor. The demand for change grows stronger. Teddy Roosevelt is a knight on a crusade. He speaks with force and vitality in clear terms that make colorful headlines at a time when mass market newspapers have become the new media. To define his foreign policy, he borrows a phrase from an African proverb: speak softly and carry a big stick. But his greatest accomplishments are made at home. He breaks up giant monopolies, protects workers' rights, and calls for a square deal for all Americans, rich and poor, capitalist and wage earner.
And a square deal for every man and every woman in the United States.
He calls on America to be as great as the natural grandeur of its lands. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground, he tells us. And we do.
The bottom fell out of the market. 12 million unemployed. The bread lines and the super. The results of the 1932 election now.
When we elect our 32nd president, it is the worst of times. The course of history and the course of one president's life again shape a turning point in our national destiny. Franklin D. Roosevelt, paralyzed by polio, knows how to restore the faith of a people paralyzed by the Great Depression.
I believe in practical explanation and in practical policy.
He has found the inner strength his countrymen now need. He speaks to us like a friend, a neighbor. His optimism is contagious. His voice perfect for the latest breakthrough medium, radio. He calls us to believe we have nothing to fear but fear itself. And we do believe.
Tonight's attacks on England are perhaps the most widespread of the war in the course of the day.
But an even greater challenge dominates his final years in office. The Second World War.
We must be the great arsenal of democracy. This is an emergency as serious as war itself.
We stun the world with our production. When bombs fall on U.S. troops in Pearl Harbor, he calls us to fight on the war front and sacrifice on the home front.
The harder the sacrifice, the more glorious the triumph. So spoke America in the year 1776. So speak Americans today.
The world changes. The country changes. And yet, in one sense, what we need most from our presidents has never changed. A guiding vision that calls forth the best that America can be.
Will outer space be developed for the benefit of all mankind? Or will it become another focus for the arms race? The choice is urgent, and it is ours to make.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
But really, it's all of us who must overcome the crippling legacy of bigotry and injustice. And we shall overcome.
One of the agreements that President Sadat and Prime Minister Begin are signing tonight is entitled A Framework for Peace in the Middle East.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
You have lost too much, but you have certainly not lost America.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you.
Loving this country requires the willingness to speak out for what is right, to shake up the status quo. That's America.
Our presidency is no longer just an idea. It is an idea with a proud history. Ladies and gentlemen, the presidents of the United States of America. George Washington, John F. Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard M. Nixon, Gerald R. Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden. And now we come to the present. Once again, we place our trust in the idea of a president, as we have from the beginning.
My fellow citizens, no event could have filled me with greater anxieties than that notification on the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation. But it was with the confidence of my fellow citizens that I took an oath. 35 simple words that have been repeated by every American president throughout history.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
The presidency of the United States is a role unique in the world, an office entrusted to each president by us, we the people. Therein lies the genius of that new idea, now over 200 years old. A new idea our presidents have turned into a great American idea again and again.
Okay, and that's our presentation.
And that's the show, folks.
Exit out the right side of the theater through the open doors. Exit out the right side of the theater through the open doors. Thank you for joining us at the Hall of Presidents.
Always a great place to catch a nap, but as a history nerd, this is one of those places you gotta go. Yeah, I gotta say, they got a lot of Trump's mannerisms right. They really did. So I think that's probably what took so long, is getting the animatronics to match his like manner of speech and everything with his hands and his gestures and all that. Yeah, I almost thought he was gonna break out in that in the YMCA dance. I see some folks who are coming on in here. I see Marilyn M. I see Barryon. I see Blackgall. I believe that's what it says. Blackgall says, thanks, Lorena, for sharing this with us. You are very welcome. It says Trump 2028. I hear ya. Appleman 20 is here as well. Good seeing ya. Let's see, how are we with time? Okay. We've got some time before the park closes.
Thank you, sir.
So do you guys remember way back in the day when the Muppets were in Liberty Square, and they did this really, really cool routine. They were all the way up there. That's what I remember. It was so cool. And I wish they would have done that. Hey Sonia, good to see you. Your dog, she's taking a nap. You're a little concerned about her. Oh, well, I hope she'll be fine. She's got you to watch over her. I'm sure you're gonna take care of her. All right, let's head on over to the Haunted Mansion. You know that's one of our favorite things we like to do when we're over here. So that is indeed the Hall of Presidents. Over there is the Liberty Tree. Has a lamp for each one of the 13 colonies that rebelled against the crown. Remember, Florida was governed by the British Crown, so British East Florida and West Florida did not rebel against the crown. If anything, they were really pissed at those colonies that rebelled. And there's the replica of the Liberty Bell over there, along with the 13 flags. 13 original colonies. So a little additional information about that with respect to the revolution. Some of my ancestors, especially British ones, one family in New York, actually, the family split along lines. Some of them were loyalists, some of them were patriots, really bad blood. One of my distant uncles got accused of espionage. Turns out he was actually a double agent. And at the end of the war, half the family went back to England. Little dirty history with that particular family. Let's just say the Het family, which was the matriarch. I actually have a picture, a portrait of her. That whole family was up to their neck in the slave trade and making lots of money. But she had a gorgeous portrait. Great moments in history. It was good. Yes, wasn't that fun? I remember that. So many kids would have learned so much history. Here we go, folks. 13 minutes. Thank you. 13 minutes. I miss when the cast members were really, really like dour. Like, goodbye. So there's the Liberty Bell. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are your last chances to ride the Liberty Bell. I really don't know how this is going to all fit in with that Piston Peak theme, and the Haunted Mansion is right here. 13 minutes, which means it's probably a 5-minute wait. The only time they put it to 13 minutes is if the wait is less than 10 minutes. It's like a inside joke, urban legend. I was like, that isn't gonna happen, and sure enough, yes. So when it's 5 minutes or less, they set the wait to 13 minutes. See? They're not routing us through the mausoleum. And right through there is where we go in. So when there's a lot of people in the queue, you'll go through the mausoleum here, which has all these cool little things, sight gags and stuff. But when it's not crowded, that's cordoned off. There's the captain's tomb. It bubbles up with like bubbles from time to time. Big time Myrtle Beach, hello. Just thank you for streaming tonight. Happy 4th of July. Enjoying the beach this weekend. Hope to see you in the park. But likewise, my dear. Definitely got to see you in the parks for our Halloween Horror Nights. There's Madame Leota. We won't get to see her open her eyes before we go in. It always smells kind of old. And if you go to Magic Candle Company, there's a scent called Haunted. It literally, in a good way, smells like the Haunted Mansion. So a little trivia, there's 2 holding areas. There's this one. They can fit so many people in this and keep it moving. Because there's so
paintings of some
many.
artists as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state.
Yeah. COVID
Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now.
Time to step away from the walls into dead syndrome.
Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding.
We need a cast member that's like Terrence Stamp.
Quieting metamorphoses. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way. Oh, I didn't mean to frighten you prematurely.
I'm not going to say it.
The real chills come later. Now, as they say, look alive, and we'll continue on with it too. And let's all stay together.
Disney urban legend says that if you're the last person in the room, you'll hear this voice that says, "Get out," like Amityville Horror style. I don't believe that's true.
I'm sorry, my mistake.
Alright. The stretching rooms are the only things inside the building's facade. Interesting. I always trip out at the Georgian architecture because there's this castle. Well, pretty much if you go to Princeton or any, like Princeton Temple, some of these old buildings that are like 150 years old or so, the architecture is still the same. It's creepy. Georgian style. If you play Hogwarts Legacy, you'll see the same thing. Same architecture. In Disneyland, their dune buggies go photo gallery, but here, they're up on the walls. And if you look up and you watch, the portraits look like their eyes are following you. There's a little trick to that. It has to do with how their eyes are set. It's purposely made to look like the photos, the pictures, the portraits are following you with their eyes as you go by. Phil says it's true, Lorena, the gargoyles after the 2007 refurbishment, they tell you to get out. I need to do that. I need to be the last person out so I can hear that. So I can say the Eddie Murphy line, okay, time to go. I enjoyed the theming of the Haunted Mansion. I do too, Marilyn M. I love it. This is like the GOAT. And if you go to Epic Universe and you go in Frankenstein's castle, I swear that's a love letter to the Haunted Mansion. It is insane. Hold on to the dune buggy, step in. not get disoriented. Hey, Nicole. Thanks for sharing the haunted mansion with us, as I personally have never been. Well, I am glad to do it. Happy to do it. I will see you all a little later. There's the haunted candelabra up there.
No price pictures, please.
Always wanted to stop here. These pictures. California dreaming. What you doing? Some spooks have stopped it. It's a whole nother level of scary to be stopped here. To see the doors moving and groaning and stuff like that. And there's the salty cast member.
Spiders, tail of a rat, call in the spirits wherever they're at. Rap on a table, it's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween, awaken the spirits with your tambourine. Creepies and crawlies, toads and a pun. Let there be music from regions beyond.
Says, I miss the Haunted Mansion. It's not a trip to Disney unless you've gone on the Haunted Mansion for sure. Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean. Did you even really do Disney World if you didn't do those two? Play and try everything. Also, another bit of trivia, when you come out of the Haunted Mansion, Mr. Toad is back there. Yep, there's Mr. Toad. Hey, Jed Revan Wolf, how you doing? He's right between those two pets right there, right up that way, a little dark. Jed Revan Wolf, actually, I'm going to have a Sunday show, but it's going to be a stroll and chill, because it's the last day that Rivers of America will be open. So I'm going to be spending that Sunday here capturing the last day of operation of Rivers of America. So that'll replace the Sunday show for this Sunday. I was going to take Sunday off, but that's when I found out that's the last day. Wow, they got lights all over the place. That's a joke, Nicole. If you were at Disney World, then you did Disney World. However you want to do Disney, that's how you do Disney. I tell people that I believe that food is a theme park experience, so I'm always like, where did I eat? Where'd you eat? Where'd I eat? Jed Revan Wolf, it's not the same time as the Sunday show. I think I'm starting around 6. And that's because the Liberty Bell shuts down at 8. So I want to try to see how many times I can ride it. See, they've got it all swagged out for the 4th. Last year they didn't have anything on it, if I remember correctly. So the stream for Sunday is up, so you should be able to see it. Oh wait, is this country line dancing? Let's enjoy this walk. You had chocolate cake with your mom, Nicole? That's awesome. Chocolate cake is always good. There's Tiana's Broccoli Mountain. It looks like like a haunted. I may have it unlisted and I didn't press the button. Oh, I'm gonna miss this. See you guys watching. Please do hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. Hey Dylan, I remember some of that remix in the background. Ah. Now, last year they did not have a DJ back here, so this is actually pretty cool. I thought we were going to see the Country Bears get down. That is dope. I got to get some video of that. Now usually they have the dance party over at Tomorrowland. Having a little bit of it.
Barbara Streisand.
Oh, this much. All girls are be like this, be like this, be like this, be like this. You just been around that sex, you got to know that been like that, cause ain't no holler back, girl. Ain't no holler back, girl. You just been around that sex, you got to know that been like that, cause ain't no holler back, girl.
Barbara Streisand.
That's funny. Country Bears dubstepping. That was so funny. Take the shortcut. Yeah, they had to bleep out that Gwen Stefani song. Although that's one of my favorites. I freaking love Gwen Stefani. All right, we took the shortcut. Get to Adventureland. There is the, oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna have to hit this place on the way out. So I can get me a Dole Whip. I haven't had Dole Whip in forever. There's the Tiki room. Let's see, time check. What do we got? 10:36. All right, Pirates of the Caribbean. You know what we do. We can't do both. Park closes at 11. But you know me, I'm like, we're gonna shut it down. Have you guys ever shut down the Magic Kingdom? Meaning you're like the last boat, the last ride vehicle, so that when you get off, all the cast members are clapping because you go home. It is something about leaving the park when there's hardly anybody in it. It's so peaceful. And that's why the stream started so late. I wanted to hang out in the park. We're literally doing flipping walk-ons. Now remember last time we were here, Haunted Mansion was down, Space Mountain was down, and it took us like 45 minutes to get through here. Wait time 5 minutes. We're gonna spend more time walking to get here. Oh, the air conditioning, the fountains. Yes, they have those in St. Augustine, just like that. That's where the family-friendly tavern is going. family-friendly pirate bar. That's where that's gonna go. Oh, Phil said you closed it out twice, right? Gotta do pirates. Always gotta do pirates. You're like Lorena. Why do you gotta do pirates? Because your girl descends from pirates. That's why. I have so many pirate ancestors, daggone it. Some that were not called pirates, but they were called corsairs in the.
You look super cute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
For your safety, remain seated, keeping your hands,
They look like
arms,
this.
feet, and legs
And they sold them
inside
last
the boat.
year. They're not selling them this year. I don't get it.
And no flash pictures.
In the vehicle. Just saying. That was nice.
And watch your children. And no flash pictures.
Yes, we're in the front of the boat. So thank you to that cast member for putting me in front of the boat. Tom says I want more rum. You do know they pump the smell of rum through this ride, right? People think I'm making it up. No. There's a smell of rum once you get in the village in several spots. Skeleton up here used to scare me so much. Skeleton, and he's still steering the ship.
There be wandering pirates lurking in every cove. Life is swell.
Okay, I'm blind now. Why now? Nothing like a dark ride.
Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow, or my thunder will burn the city to the ground.
Yes, it is, Nicole. Rum is better than water.
Fire at will! It's Captain Jack Sparrow.
Cannonballs in the water.
Speak up! Although your folks are asleep, with Davy Jones.
Tell him, Carlos, don't be chicken.
I am no chicken. I will not talk.
Pipe the ladder aloft, matey. Swear be Captain Jack Sparrow on the treasure yacht built right.
Don't you, boy?
Do I hear 10? A hen for a 10.
10. I'll give you 20 for the wrong.
Pipe down, you lily-livered lover. Strike your feathers, dearie. Show 'em your fun. Jack Sparrow will never lay eyes on it, nor this here king
Come on now, be a nice little pussycat.
Checking out Pirates of the Caribbean every time we do a Magic Kingdom screen.
The fates have spoken and guided you well till we meet again.
So yeah, they took away half my gift shop. Not too thrilled with that. I need this map of France. 15th century map. There's this map that I have to have. It's actually done by, I think, a German cartographer in the 1500s. And it has all this information about who owns what in the Caribbean, the tides, the currents, where they went. Lots of information. It's a beautiful map. I have to find it one day, get it and frame it. It is amazing. True, make some money for showers. Oh, I need that parrot. You too. I need that parrot. All right, let's see. We just might make, yes, it's 10:49. Heck yeah, we gonna make Tiki room. That's a nice touch, having the cast members wave. Of course, it's buy this plush in the Emporium. We'll have to take a walk through the Emporium too. But when they would have Jack Sparrow out, he'll be over here. Cracks me up how authentic all that looks. We didn't even, when Magic Kingdom opened, it didn't have Pirates of the Caribbean. And Floridians were like, where's the pirates at? We love our pirates here. Where's our pirates? Florida was built on piracy. Where's pirates at? So then they put in Pirates of the Caribbean. So instead of it being in New Orleans, it replicates like St. Augustine. It's just why I love going here. If you go to the Castillo de San Marcos in St. Augustine and you walk in Pirates of the Caribbean, hardly any difference. All right, Enchanted Tiki Room. I always get claimed. So if you're watching this on the replay and you're wondering where most of the songs are at, they got clipped. That's why it pays to watch the stream live. Hello? Okay. There are no screens on this attraction. And it is popular as I don't know what. Rum-filled showers. Wait, who's got a rum-filled shower? I want one. Yeah, when I was a kid, we couldn't afford to stay at the Polynesian, but visiting the Tiki Room was like the next best thing. Like the big flower displays there. I actually replicated that a little bit in my house. I love the whole Tiki theme. Awesome. 18 of you folks in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Reina Creole, and I am over here. The Enchanted Tiki Room. It's probably the last show of the night. Park closes at 11 and it is now 10:52. Dole Whip looks good, man. I should have got me one. See if I can get me one on the way out. That's the way I got here. Yeah, I'm noticing, you know how many people were here for like the fireworks, right? And the rides are literally like a walk-on. That's quite odd. So folks, tomorrow I will be at Universal for a little bit. Planning to start the stream at 10. We're going to be over in the studios, walking around City Walk. I'm going to show you guys where to buy anime swag in the parks. Because it isn't just at City Walk where you can get anime stuff. You can also get anime swag in Studio Park. That and tomorrow evening, after the fireworks at SeaWorld. There's that.
Aloha everybody, and welcome to Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Garden. In a few moments, we'll be entering into Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, and in the meantime, I'd like to introduce you to a few of our local tiki goddesses. On your right is Tina, goddess of rain, and on your left is Kaylin, goddess of fire and volcanoes. These goddesses are easily injured.
You can see them at the Polynesian.
Sitting, standing, or playing on those areas of the sea. And please don't smoking, only feelings.
Yeah, because one time a dry palm frond fell down and caught on fire. And I had to tell a cast member and they had to evacuate the area. Phil says, my sister participated in the pirate show with Captain Jack and Pokey acted with a semi-sharp plastic sword. That's why the sword is rubber now. After asked Jack, did you see what she did. She poked him with the pointy end. Sorry, a Starfoot Bay. It is hot out here today. Oh my gosh. This little thing is saving my life. Auntie said thank you. I have one that goes around my neck, but I can't find it. Have not seen you in a while. How are you doing? Well, it's kind of late out there in Deutschland. What is it, like 4 a.m.? Something like that? Yeah, you gotta eat all your stuff. Before you go in. What are you guys planning to do for the 4th of July? You're here in the States. Or expats. Since I'm a streamer, I'll be at the park. Oh, okay. So Tiki says, yeah, been a while, almost 5 a.m. LOL. Doing good. How are you, my friend? I'm doing well and blessed. About to do one of my favorite things called shut down the park. So I think we're going to be the last show here in the TV room. Just enjoying being in the park. And there's hardly anybody here. They were here for the fireworks, and then everybody just like rolled out. Hey, Bonzo. And yes, it is already America's birthday in Europe. Yes. One thing to remember, folks, before they were Americans, we were from everywhere else, just over here. No screens, and kids are fascinated with this attraction.
As much fun as New Year's Eve in the orange groves.
I'm glad we did get a mite carried away, huh? Yeah. I say, look out there across the water. It appears to be a bit of company.
Allow me guess. Welcome, you all.
Permit us to introduce ourselves. My name is Claw, and my loquacious cousin over here is...
I'll introduce myself, if you don't mind. Hi there. I'm, now listen now. It's right on the tip of my beak.
Clyde, Red Brain.
Oh, yeah. I'm Clyde Birdbright.
Yo, I say, perhaps you good people have never conversed with toucan birds before.
Well, neither did we, till one day we discovered this magic sunshine pavilion.
Fine joke, yes. I remember just how it happened. Many bird baths ago. There we were in an explorer's launch on a mysterious river in deepest adventureland. Off in the distance comes the fierce roar of an African lion. And as we round a bend in the river, a huge bull elephant bellows forth in protest of our intrusion. Suddenly, the treetops explode in a frenzy of outraged birds. Oh, come, you can try well do better than that.
I can jolly well do one at a time.
Meanwhile, shifty-eyed crocodiles lurk by the water's edge. Lurk, and the giant python slithers down from an overhanging limb. What happened? What's wrong?
I can't stand snakes.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm only relating a story. Oh, all right, Clyde. Enough is enough.
That wasn't me. I never even opened my feet.
Excuse me, I really hate to interrupt such an exciting story, but I believe they're calling us in for the show.
Sakes, it's already showtime?
Land sakes, yes, it's already showtime. Claude, I believe it's your turn to make the big announcement.
Righto. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gather up all your cameras, purses, and other articles, and now turn to your left towards the tall door.
When the drums begin, they'll open magically to lead you right into the Sunshine Pavilion. Is everybody ready?
Yeah. Can't hear you. Is everybody ready?
So, a real tropical serenade.
Last show of the night. Sitting next to the singing tikis, or chanting tikis, I should say. Yeah, here's good. Here's good. I can just tilt up and you can see wherever you want to sit this time of night.
Aloha everybody, and welcome to Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Garden. We ask that you please refrain from any flash photography and video camera lights during this performance. Remember, the Tiki gods are temperamental and easily angered. And now I'd like to introduce you to our master of the ceremonies, Jose.
Wake up, Jose.
Wake up, Jose. It's time to start the show.
Oh, buenos dias, señorita. My siestas are getting shorter and shorter. Oh, look at all the people. And welcome to Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. Hey, Michael, mi amigo, pay attention, it's showtime.
So it is. And what darling people I have sitting under me. Pierre, you rascal, you. Let's put on the show.
Mon ami, I am always ready, as you say, to put on the show.
Oh, pardon, madame. That whistle was for my good friend, Fritz.
Ach, du Lieber, I almost fell out of my number punch. Glad to see you all aboard. Sure, or wherever you are. My goodness, you're all staring at us. We better start the show rolling.
Wait. We forgot to wake up the Glee Club.
Ole! It's showtime!
In the tiki room, in the tiki room, all the birds in bird and the flowers croon. In the tiki room. Welcome to our tropical hideaway, you lucky people, you. If we weren't in the show starting right away, we'd be the ugliest two. All together in the tiki room, in the tiki room, all the birds sing word and the flowers croon. In the tiki room.
I sing so beautiful, I should sing so low.
See, so low we can't hear you.
My voice may not be so marvelous, but my profile is out of this world.
Jawohl, but the trouble is, it's not far enough out of this world. Isn't that right, Herr Schmidt? Oh, I see, Schmidt has no hair.
Mio amigo, stop the clucking. You sound like a bunch of old hens. There's a lot of birds waiting to go on. For instance,
the boys in the back are comic cause.
Because of their claws?
No, because they're macaws. And our fine feathered friend is a jolly toucan, and two can sound better than one toucan can. The bird of paradise is an elegant bird. It likes to be seen and it loves to be heard. Most little birdies will fly away, but the tiki room birds are here every day. In the tiki room, in the tiki room, all the birds sing word and the flowers croon. In the tiki room, our magnificent production is yet to come. So strum the guitar and beat the drum. We've been a hit and we know you adore, so come on and join us in another chorus. In the tiki room, in the tiki room, I need to sing words and the flowers croon. In the tiki room, I need to tiki room, in the tiki room, all the birds sing words and the flowers croon. In the tiki room.
Let's give the little birdies a great big hand. And now, senors and senoritas, please place your eyes into the center of the room, that is.
Look, here come the girls.
Ach, ja, and a wunderbar birdmobile, which has birds on it, and it goes round and round. And that's why we call it a birdmobile.
Mesdames and messieurs, it's good to see the lovely ladies all ensemble. Just like the funny bergère with only feathers. There's Colette, hello Colette. Suzette, hello Mimi, Gigi, Fifi, Josephine.
I wonder what happened to Rosita.
It's a sing like some birdies sing. Tweet, 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 tweet. Let's all sing like some birdies sing. Sweet, 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 sweet. Let's all warble like nightingales. Give your throat a treat. Take your time from the birds, now you all know the words. Tweet, 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 tweet.
Let's all sing like the birds sing.
Let's all sing like the birdies sing. Tweet, 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 ma, that bird sings sweetly.
Let's all warble like nightingales. Ah, oui, c'est magnifique. Take your time from the birds, now you all know the words.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Applause, that's so good.
Wunderbar, wunderbar.
Ah, that was magnifique.
See, no one laid an egg but me.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have something really big for you.
Ja, the birds stand still and the tiki room flies away.
Mon ami, quit talking while I'm interrupting. Ladies and gentlemen, now we present direct from the islands a musical luau. Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki room. The birdies have their flame. You've heard the flowers sing. Tiki's play the drums. Hear them through the chant.
A standing ovation. Applause. Up, down there. Applause. Everybody stand up on your feet. Ole!
And now, as long as you're all standing.
We have a wonderful magic trick for you.
Ja, a wunderbar trick. Everybody, face the door. And the trick is, we're gonna make you all disappear.
Especially as we're the last show of the night. Yep, Nicole, when Disney had imagination and creativity, this part always trips me out. I'm like, how do they do the rain and the thunder and like all the Tiki statues? I tell you, no screens, and that show is always a hit. All right, let's take you guys on out with me. We're gonna head on down to Main Street, USA. The smell after they hose everything down. DJs are packing up for the night. The night operations start. Bill Metzger says that was great. The whole room comes alive. Yes. It never fails to like wow me. Ever since I was a kid, and I'm just like, look at all the birds. Look at all the flowers. And the cool thing is, even like kids today, they like lose it when they go in there. They're just like, oh, look at this. With the animatronics and all the effects and that's why I wanted to stay in the Polynesian Resort. First, like on resort stay as Polynesian, back when it was, you know, had that Polynesian, I don't want to call it cheese, but that kitsch that it had. It is crazy humid, so just to warn you. It's that kind of humidity where your clothes don't dry. Oh, and there's the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. You might want to enjoy that before Disney decides it's problematic. Just saying. It's a fun side quest to do at the parks here when the park gets too busy. Here is the Sunshine Tree Terrace, sponsored by the Orange Bird, Florida citrus growers. It's like a Dole Whip, but except it's with orange slushy instead of pineapple slushy. Still an old favorite of mine. For me, it wasn't Disney unless I got like a Orange Bird slushy twisty. And then eventually they put the Dole Whip over there at Aloha Island and kicked the Orange Bird out of it to smaller digs. See just how absolutely freaking peaceful it is. This is why I love going to the parks at night. And I love shutting it down. Because let's face it, as soon as the fireworks go off, it's going to take you like an hour and a half to get out of here. So might as well hang out in the park. Relax. Less of a sea of humanity. Let's see what we've got. Well, before we walk down Main Street, let's do a walk by the castle, shall we? All lit up for the 4th. Phil says it's interesting. My trips until 2006, the Swiss family treehouse was closed under speculation. It was never ever opened anymore. Yeah, they opened it back up. And again, it's a side quest here at the parks, but when you find it, it is such a hidden gem, especially if you've watched the Swiss Family Robinson movie, which I did way back in the day. Great family film. Just want to get some video for short. So sometimes when you don't hear me talking for a while, it's because I'm getting B-roll. Hey, Robert Sprite, hello. Hope you're doing well. Enjoying this pre-4th of July. Let me see if I can get a long exposure shot. That one's better. A little bit better. There we go. Robert says, did you watch the Lilo and Stitch movie, Reina? Yes, I did, and I enjoyed every freaking minute of it. I enjoyed the Lilo and Stitch movie. That treehouse reminded me of how I wanted a treehouse when I was a kid. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pikmin is cool. It is a lot of center. I'm not sure I know what you mean. Or a lot of people still in the center here. When you hear me talk about the mosh pit at the Magic Kingdom, right there in front of the castle, that is the mosh pit. Okay, from the partners, technically from the partner statue all the way to the castle, that is the mosh pit. Literally. Crowded, full of people. Do not expect to get out of here like real early. It can be very dangerous there too. So if you're in an ECV, you do not want to be in the mosh pit. I remember, let's see, I was here for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and literally while I was streaming, I had to help a lady in the ECV get out because no one wanted to move out of the way. But there's the castle. Looks so cool lit up like that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. And the lights. Lights in the trees. We got red and blue LEDs over there in Tomorrowland. Also in the monorails, they should also be running red, white, and blue for their running lights as well. They started that last year, I believe. Folks in here. Thank you so much. We're on our way out of the park. Gonna go check out the gift shop. I always go in the Emporium on the way out. If I see churro popcorn, it is going home with me. Beautiful. I love looking at the castle. I remember during one of my stays at the Polynesian, back when I could afford it, and I had a lagoon view, was a theme park view. First time I stayed at the Polynesian. And it was just something about falling asleep with Cinderella Castle that you could see right outside your bedroom. And just falling asleep where the castle is the last thing before you fall asleep. And I know people have issues with Disney, of course, I do too. But the Magic Kingdom, 5 generations of my family have been to the Magic Kingdom. And when I was little and I was too tired to walk out of the park, my grandfather would pick me up. I put my arms around his neck, and the last thing that I saw before I shut my eyes was the castle. So, sounds cheesy, but I can't leave the park without like looking back and looking at the castle, because like I said, ever since I was a kid, that was like the last thing that I would see before I went to sleep and then woke up in the hotel room. And here we go down Main Street, USA. And folks, if this reminds you of Celestial Park at Epic Universe, that is on purpose. Especially Pizza Moon. It's supposed to be in the mid to late 1800s with the lights and everything. Oh my gosh, Pizza Moon is freaking awesome. Sounds like a great memory. Oh, thank you. And Phil says, it disappeared for a little bit. Okay, this, kind of hurts my eyes a little bit. They redid the Emporium. It's a little too wide open for my taste. Now it just kind of looks generic. Let me see, plushes. If there's one plush I'd want, it's the little Pegasus from Fantasia. I have too many Stitches. I have too many Stitch plushes. I got one of these for my nephew. I have so much Stitch stuff. Hey CJ. He says, I'm usually cheap when I travel, so I typically have my own neon lights shining in my bedroom. Well, that is actually a Christmas tradition when you're traveling in from out of town and coming to Disney, especially at the value resorts. What you do is you bring like all of your Christmas decorations, lights and stuff like that, and you would decorate your hotel window with like Christmas tree ornaments, the lights, all of that stuff. And one of the cool things to do was to walk around the resort, especially Pop Century, is to like walk around and see everyone's Christmas decorations in their hotel rooms. Some people would have stockings up, you know, like the Santa stockings. Ooh. This is not bad for 40 bucks. It's nice. Without the Disney logo, it's like 25 bucks at Starbucks, but that's cute. I kind of like that one. And let's see. Does this light up? I think it does. Sipper. How much is this? $34.99. Nicole says, yes, it is. Pizza Moon rocks. It sure does. I love Pizza Moon. It's so Victorian when you go in Pizza Moon. And the pizza's really good too. Let's see. I love that hoodie, but it is too hot to wear that. That's the problem about a lot of the gear at Disney. It looks really cool, but it's so hot. Ooh. These are the $70 shirts, but I will say this much, they're really nice. It's so hot and humid in Florida. It feels actually really good. I would get this for me. This is Tiki room. But yeah, they're like 80 bucks. But they come in really cool patterns. Like, let's see, there's Vader one, 75 bucks. Vader one, Blue Mickey one, Old School Mickey. What was that one? Is it Brave? No, not the Brave Little Taylor, Prince and Pauper. That's cool. Dad picked up the Haunted Mansion button shirt. Yeah, I don't blame him. It's so awesome. Nighttime. Most CJ and TV are like, that's a J shirt. Yes, it is. I'm surprised if he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it yet. Oh yeah, in case folks couldn't see my ears, these were out last year, and they're actually by Loungefly, which is why they're so different. That's why I call these my Tommy Hilfiger ears. Sold them 1 year. That was it. Last year, and that was it. Didn't sell them anymore. They're Loungeflies, so those are limited batch. So I get it. But I love this. Loungefly ears are much more inventive. Although, if you go to what's that place called? I don't know what it's called. Not Hindi. If you go to the Character Warehouse, sometimes you can find the Loungefly ears there too. I have to. So that's always a good bargain. I haven't been to the Character Warehouse in a while though. Probably because lately when I go, there's not really anything I want. And the Loungefly bags that I would want are already sold out before they even get to the Character Warehouse. That's for stuff they want to get rid of. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Yep. They have old school patriotic Mickey. Oh. This place isn't how it used to be with their sweets, but still, the smell of cotton candy going up your nose. It's just freeze-dried Skittles. I'm trying to see if there's anything I really want. Well, patriotic stuff is here. I remember when they used to make these. You spend $200 when you went to the Character Warehouse. I did that when I was buying Christmas presents. And it was very scary. They had a really great merchandise drop because I found all kinds of stuff. That's the only reason why my niece has a Loungefly bag. Because I bought it from the Character Warehouse. And her father was like, you can't take that to school. Wait, they want $6.49 for that? You can get a whole petite cake at Publix for that. I wouldn't get that. But, I'll tell you what I would get. Flavored, oh, that looks good. I like getting the cookies. I would pay $8 for that. I would. That is hideously overpriced, and I will have to give you guys the recipe for how to make it at home. The popcorn and everything. It's like 18 bucks. The fireworks at Dorney Park, if you lived in like suburban Philly, like Dylan and I did, if you couldn't make it to Disney World, you went to Dorney Park. And the fireworks at Dorney Park were insane. That is a really tiny Rice Krispie treat. I'm really not feeling that. Okay. I don't see the popcorn that I want. Because I'm picky. I want churro popcorn and I don't see it. I think they know I wanted it.
That's not really cool stuff.
It's honestly the cheapest thing in here that's a good value is the popcorn. Churro popcorn, and I don't see it. Let me try over here. Nope. No churro popcorn, dang it. Okay. Alright, fine. I do not need to be in here. So why am I over here? Oh, because I saw this. Okay. I like jerseys. Oh, that's for the pin trader. Okay, this is new. I hadn't seen this before. Let's see. How much is this? This is $70. Which reminds me, I need the Ariel jersey. But yeah, I collect jerseys with like Disney characters. I've got Nightmare Before Christmas baseball jersey. I've got a Pirates of the Caribbean football jersey. I have another jersey around the house. I like the color. Oh, what's this? See, I do not need to be in here. This is, oh my gosh. This is Uptown Jewelers, and I don't need to be in here. This is the Shishi expensive place. And I like this jacket, but it's too hot. Dang it, too hot. Hello, Jay, how you doing? Good seeing ya. Good seeing ya. Oh, Phil, is that the not so scary Halloween mug? Is that the one from last year with the vine handle on it? If so, I think I picked it up the same time that you did. It was a good deal. I think I paid like $5 for it. Ooh, I like this, but $44.99. I think Fabletics have something like this for cheaper, but that's kind of nice. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here because Uptown Jewelers is dangerous for, oh boy.
Because it was like the red and white
I bet you it's $100.
That's a true.
Let's see. I said hello to you, right, Jay? Welcome, 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 welcome. $100. You know what? I have expensive taste, but $100? No. That's way too small for $100. That is crazy. Now, I'll tell you something that actually is worth it. You get one of these that are much bigger. $80. These are much more practical, and they have lots of room. So this is worth it. I would get this. It's like the size of my My Hero Academia triple backpack, which I keep getting stopped. People ask me where I got it. Oh, I have a blue one. Oh, I like this one. Zip in the front. That's not bad. That's really not bad. Really not bad. Okay. Don't buy the 10K diamond studded castle. Oh, heck no. No. I sure will. Hey, DJ Knight, how you doing? Okay, guys, well, that's going to do it for tonight. Hope you all enjoyed the fireworks. Your girl is going to head on home. I will see you all tomorrow around 10 a.m., hopefully, at Universal Studios. We're going to have fun checking out what's going over there for the 4th. The Magic Kingdom closed at 11. I think that's the park that's open the latest tonight, so it's open till 11. They're actually going back to having the parks open a little bit later for the 4th. Then again, your girl comes from a time when the Magic Kingdom used to be open until like 1 a.m. for like everybody. So still not working. But anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, morning, wherever you are. Replay, hashtag replay crew. Let me know what you think. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.